Alright. Opening paragraph of chapter 2. Little blurb at the beginning. Little blurb. I can't speak. Holy crap. If men read these words, let them know that power is a heavy burden. With great power comes great responsibility. Yes, that was my Spider-Man reference for the day. We are moving on now. Oh, hi, Kelsier. Welcome back. Good to see you again. Oh, Kelsier's and Luthadel. Kelsier and Vin are in the same place. They're going to meet. Or at least bump shoulders. Ooh, I really like this image. Like paint running down a canvas, the darkness seemed to creep down the sides of buildings in an uneven gradient. I just love the image. It paints a picture, completely unironically. Pun not intended. It paints a perfect picture of what Kelsier is seeing, and it just works so well because, right, like, you know, if you have watercolor and you've painted it on and it's dried, but then you like pour water over it, it will run. And then you have uneven coloring, right? Like it's lighter up at the top and darker down at the bottom. That's really cool. Love the imagery. The River Chanarelle. Sanderson, did you just add R-E to the word channel before the L? Is that how you got Chanarelle? If you did, that's funny. Props to you, my guy. Okay, I feel like this is important. Luthadell's main export was metal. The city was home to hundreds of forges and refineries. If Luthadell's main export is metal, and Kelsier can use metal for his allomantic power, then Luthadell's a great place for him to be. And probably a really bad place for his enemies. Quick question. Are the Ash Mountains volcanoes? That's it. That was the question. You can tell me in the comments. Please tell me in the comments. Unless it's a spoiler, then don't tell me in the comments. And I will keep reading. Wait, hold up. I think I skipped a word. It's unlikely that anyone with that would recognize him. It had been 3 years since his capture. Okay, so Kelsier was captured in Luthadel. Luthadel, yes. Kelsier was captured in Luthadel 3 years ago. So in that 3 years, he probably went to the pits, escaped, and then got a reputation for himself, traveling plantation to plantation, stirring up trouble. And now he's back in Luthadel. What was he doing in Luthadel in the first place? 3 years ago. What was he doing in Luthadel? I wonder what he was doing. Oh! That's interesting. Kelsier is a half-blood. So he's half noble, half ska. Earlier in the prologue, they talked about how Trusting, I think his name was? Yes. How Trusting always killed the women he slept with because he didn't want half-bloods running around his plantation. Because apparently they're a threat of some kind. I wonder who Kelsier's the son of. Like what noble he's the son of. And if it was like that kind of relationship between his parents, or if his parents, you know, actually loved each other and it was kind of like a Romeo and Juliet situation. If we never find out, I will be very sad. If we do find out, I might still be sad. Yeah, I'm with Doxon. How do you accidentally kill a nobleman in his own mansion? That's the question, isn't it? Okay. So, is Kelsier A Mistborn. I mean, he says Mistings, but that could just be dialect. I don't know if that's the proper term. I'm suspicious that Mistings is dialect. Mistborn is the proper term. Prediction 4, I think. Kelsier is a Mistborn, or at least has access to the power of them. Though I don't know how you'd have access to the power of the Mistborn if you weren't a Mistborn. Dunno. Okay, so Mistings have categories. Smokers, tin eyes. Those are the two Kelsier and Doxson have mentioned. Smokers, I assume, are like for disguises, like a smoke screen. Tin eyes, I don't know. Are they like Kelsier, where they eat metal and then they can use it for power? Kelsier has a brother. That could be interesting. Do we have more brother trauma? Is that what Kelsier and Vin are going to bond over? Traumatic memories from their dearest brothers. Reen keeps earning this Worst Brother of the Year award. I should make a list, shouldn't I? This should be a category in all future books I read. Worst Brother of the Year award. Betrays siblings. Makes bad jokes. Like, bad jokes in bad taste. Like, even I don't want to have to work with you, and I'm your brother. What the heck, man? Like, in some contexts, saying something like that could be funny or humorous. Break the tension a little bit. But when Reen says it just feels rude and demeaning. Like everyone's attitude towards women in this book. What is going on? What is Kamen doing? I'm with Vin. This feels stupid. Oh, he's betraying Theron. Still with Vin. Why? Why are we betraying Theron? Don't get me wrong, I hate Theron too, but why are we betraying him again? I'm failing to see the logic. I mean, Kamen's not dumb. If this works, it could be good for him. If it doesn't work, it's going to be bad for him and Vin. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, also, you triggered Vin's betrayal trauma. Kemen, how could you? Hello, Pralin Ariev. Are you going to be good or are you going to be bad? I'm more than half convinced you should run, Vin. I don't like this. This feels icky. Okay, this is too easy. Ariev agreed too easily. I think this is a trap. I don't know how it's a trap. I don't know why it's a trap. I just have a sneaking suspicion that it's a trap. I will insert the Star Wars meme. So they left the building. And they're apparently fine. I still think it's a trap. I'm suspicious. It's Kelsier! That's what I was thinking. I just didn't say anything because I didn't want to be stupid. I didn't want to sound stupid. I was like, what if it was Kelsier? I should have said something. It's fine. You'll just have to take my word for it. Kelsier? It's Kelsier. Kelsier. How did Kelsier get into the ministry? Wait, I was right! Kelsier and Vin met. Though they didn't, say, hi, I'm Kelsier. Hi, I'm Vin. But they met. They bumped shoulders, per se. To be fair, they don't know each other yet. Yet being the keyword. My other prediction can still come into play. Well, other predictions, because I predicted they'd be good friends. Or they'd be enemies. And if they're good friends, then he becomes her mentor. But if he becomes her mentor, he might die, and I don't like that prediction. Anyways, moving on. Yeah, because Kelsier has this thing with protecting women, and he sees that Vin is uncomfortable, and he's like, I'm going to think of something horrible to do to that man. I'm so excited. I don't ship them. I do not ship Kelsier and Vin. Just to be clear. That might change later. I do not ship them right now. Please don't kill me. Please do not come after me in the comments. Please. Please don't. I was right. Kelsier's a misting. Not Kelsier. Vin. Vin's a misting. Okay, what kind of misting is she? So, okay. Allomancy is the ability, the name for the abilities that mistings can use. But under Allomancy, there are like subsets, smokers and tin eyes. So what kind of misting Allomancy does Vin have? Just curious. Okay, so mistings get their abilities from metal, like all of them? All of them get their abilities from metal. Is the Lord Ruler a misting? Is that why he's in power? Because he's a misting and he has access to all the metal? And Vin doesn't know that. Vin doesn't know how she rebuilds her power. She might just like be getting metals through like stuff she eats and she thinks it just replenishes naturally, or maybe she's different from the other mistings in that she can just replenish her store of energy and power naturally. Oh no, Kelsier wasn't the alligator who interviewed them. He's just hanging around inside the ministry. Okay, so they just did bump shoulders. They didn't like talk or anything. What the heck? Steel Inquisitors? Are they okay? Are they alive? Or are they like undead zombies? I don't like it. It's making me uncomfy. I was right. So, mistings is like a dialect term for Mistborn, and they're also called allomancers. So the power that the Mistborn have is allomancy. They can also be called allomancers. Okay. I'm figuring it out as I go. Why are you swallowing pewter, my guy? Isn't pewter made out of lead? Isn't this hazardous to your health? Okay, so Kelsier is leading the Inquisitor on a false chase in order to save Vin, because he's interested in her. As an older Mistborn, or Allomancer, I do think that when they meet properly, he's going to naturally take on that mentor role. Other than that, it was very funny to go from Vin's perspective straight to Kelsier's, and I went, oh, wait a minute. And then I looked like an idiot, because he wasn't, in fact, the obligator that Cameron was meeting with. But, you know, close enough. It's fine. I've been recording for almost 1.5 hours. I have a little bit of my drink left. I could read how many more pages? Like 20, less than 20 pages. Alright, I will read chapter 3 and then I'll be done with recording. For now, I might come back and record a little bit later. It'll be darker outside. But other than that, you won't know. There will be a cut, obviously, but there will be lots of cuts because I say a lot of dumb stuff and there's a lot of long pauses when I'm just reading and I don't have anything to say. So, you know what? You might not be able to tell. Alrighty, starting chapter 3. Yeah, I think you're right, Vin. I think you're right to be uneasy, my sister. Yeah, I think you do need to get out of there. Because I think something's going to happen, even with Kelsier being the hero. I think you're still going to get found. The obsidian that's chipped into a regular pattern. There's the symbols. Where are they? At the beginning of here. These symbols here. I wonder if the obsidian piece that Vin has from her brother Reen is carved like one of the 10 symbols here. Or I don't know what these symbols mean. Anyways, let's continue. We hate Kemen. We hate Kemen. We hate him. Oh, dangerous move. Vin using luck on him. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. 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 No, Vin. Vin. Is it Kelsier? Is it Kelsier? It says mid-30s. I said Kelsier's probably around 35, 36. He's dressed like a nobleman. Got by the scouts. It's gotta be Kelsier. It's gotta be Kelsier. Kelsier. Yes, it's Kelsier and Noxon. I was right. Well, I didn't exactly predict that Kelsier would come and save Vin, but they're actually meeting for real. Yay! And he saved her! I'm so happy. The survivor of Hathsin. So even people in the city know of him. Yep. Yeah, you were right, Vin. Your suspicions were all in the right place, girl. No, I don't think that's luck. I don't think the crew members are eager to please Kelsier because of his power. I think they're eager to please him because they know who he is and they know what he's capable of. He's not using luck on them. I don't know if luck is like the proper term or if that's just how Vin thinks about it, because she's never had proper instruction in it. Yes! I don't want him to live, but I don't want him to enjoy it. Yes! Kelsier! Alright, hello guys, I'm back. My phone camera decided to not record anymore because I don't have sufficient space on my phone. So, we're now recording on my tablet. So, I was in the middle of chapter 3. Ah, yes. Kelsier saying, I want him to live, but I don't want him to enjoy it. Yes, Kelsier. Oh my word. Exactly what he deserves. Okay, so the crew knows Kelsier is a misting, which is probably why they're so quick to give him what he wants. Ah, yes, Kelsier, talk to Vin. I need you two to be friends. When I say private, I mean that I don't want to be spied on by the 4 men watching us through peepholes behind the far wall. Kindly take them up into the alley with you. Dang, he clogs everyone and everything. Oh, he killed the ministry people. Oh, okay. Nice to know Kelsier's adding to his body count. I love Dachshund. Dachshund might be my favorite character. He's kind of like... I know. He's a great sidekick. Don't call her a thing, she's a person. I have socks worth more than his wine. Dang. They're truly best friends. You don't have anything to fear from us, other than Dox's breath. Or Kel's jokes. Best friend behavior. I think Vin can resist, what is it? The thing that it's called when mistings, allomancy. I think Vin can resist allomancy, which is surprising to me and surprising to Kelsier. Very interesting. Oh, you're coming right out with your name. Okay, so you don't care if people know who you are and that you're there. That is a man who has nothing left to lose, which is concerning. Just slightly. Yes, Kelsier smiles a lot. It's his own private battle with the Lord Ruler. Oh! Okay, that's a reveal. So Vin's half, like Kelsier, and apparently Dox, and I think they're implying that all Mistings, or Mistborn, are half-blood. Or it's like, it's a noble family trait, and Scott can only have it if they're half-blood, which presents an interesting dilemma. That might be why they kill off the half-bloods. I'm saying half-bloods, like it's Percy Jackson or something. Not technically mistings? What is that supposed to mean? I was right, okay. Allomancy, the mystical power held by the nobility, granted to them by the Lord Ruler some 1,000 years before as a reward for their loyalty. Oh, okay. So the families that were loyal to the Lord Ruler were rewarded with allomancy, while the families who weren't were relegated to ska. Okay. Okay. I'm starting to get a picture of the social situation here. Okay. Yes! Kelsier's being a mentor. Saying there's a lot of things you're going to have to learn. Techniques, rules, and exercises. I was right! He's going to be a mentor to Vin. Yay! I cannot wait to see it. Unfortunately, that means he might die. Not looking forward to that. But you know what? We'll cross that bridge when we get there. Hopefully he does not die at the end of book 2, because that would be really sad. Or even at the end of book 1. Or in the middle of any of the books. I don't want Kelsier to die. I like him. Most likely won't be able to find you again? Most likely? I would like, absolute assurance that one of those terrifying creatures would never find me again. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Those spikes through their eyes should kill them. Okay. Nice to know that I'm not the only one confused. Suspicious? Yeah, I'd be suspicious too. If someone pushed a mysterious vial towards me across the table and was like, here, drink this, I'd be like, no thank you. You drink first. Green is constantly in Vin's head. I don't know if this is going to be a good thing, or if it's going to be a bad thing. Okay, so I was kind of right and kind of wrong. So, apparently, the allomancy ability can naturally regenerate, but it doesn't have as potent of an effect, or there's less of it for the wielder, the Allomancer themselves, if they're not, what's the word for it? Supplementing. If they're not supplementing it with that metal drink that Kelsier has. The metal brew. That's what I'm going to call it. I'm sure there's an official name. That's my name for it. There are 8 kinds of allomancy, but on the thing there's 10. On the diagram, I guess? And it's not a diagram. But there's 10 on here. There's 8 kinds of allomancy. Okay, allomancy is rare and hereditary. And most people have a single skill. Okay. So Vin can use 2. I know Kelsier can use more than 1. I don't know how many he can use. He did in chapter 2, I think, or early in chapter 3. I don't remember. Let me check. Yeah, chapter 2. In chapter 2, he drank the whole thing of 8 metals. So I think he can use all 8. So he's testing to see if Vin can also use all 8. He's only tested her on 2 so far. But we know she's rarer than most. But Kelsier is like top class kind of thing. So he's mixed from a lot of different houses then. Oh, that's funny. And awkward. Vin's father was a Prelin in the ministry. Okay, yeah, I'm with Kelsier. That's a slightly ironic breach of duty. Okay. So she does have access to all 8. Because Kelsier's saying if you have access to at least 2 of the 8, then you have access to the rest as well. That's the way it works. If you're an Allomancer, you get either 1 skill or you get them all. Okay. So, Vin and Kelsier are the same, and they can use all 8. Okay. So now there's a clarification. I've been saying some things wrong. Please don't hate me in the comments. So Mistings only have access to 1 allomantic skill. Mistborn have access to all 8. Okay. So Vin and Kelsier are Mistborn. And Kelsier and Doxson know other Mistings, not Mistborn. Okay. I will get it right from now on. Mistings, 1. Mistborn, all. Okay. Got it. Yes. I love this. It means that you, Vin, are a very special person. You have a power that most high noblemen envy. It is a power that, had you been born an aristocrat, would have made you one of the most deadly and influential people in all of the final empire. But you weren't born an aristocrat. You're not noble, Vin. You don't have to play by their rules, and that makes you even more powerful. See, because the back of the book says heroine, I'm inclined to believe that's a good thing. Unfortunately, power is not always a good thing. And I don't know Vin that well yet, so I don't know what she'd do with that kind of power. Like, she could do really good things with it, become the hero of this world, or she could do really bad things with it, just because she can. And I'm not exactly sure where she'll fall yet, on what side she'll fall. I suspect on the positive side, but anyways, that's the end of chapter 3. I'm done recording for now. I will see you guys in the next video.